Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good. Want to put out a little video. I've already made a video on the island top and the countertop, so if you're interested in that, you can see that other video on my page. But today I just wanted to talk about my experience with getting custom cabinets. And I've kind of been waiting to make this video because I wanted them to be finished, but obviously I got a little ways to go. It'd be nice to have the cooktop and the backsplash and the dishwasher and the oven in so you could see the full effect. And I'll probably do that again when I get all that. But I just want to touch base on my experience with getting custom cabinets. Now, when me and my wife got to kind of designing or planning the kitchen, we knew right away that we wanted this. We've been trying to save money on everything, doing it ourselves, but this is one area where I did not want to get into making cabinets, especially high-end cabinets, because that's beyond my capabilities. And we wanted something that kind of made a statement. So we started off by looking, at all the big box stores, like I think most people probably do. And we really wasn't impressed by the build design, the quality, the options. We went to places like Menards. We even went to, like these outlet places where it's kind of like a warehouse and they got like a bunch of flooring and cabinets, I guess that, I don't know, I guess they're all in bulk or something and they sell them at like a discount. And we just really were not finding anything that we were impressed with. So my wife ended up going to Facebook, and this is where we ended up finding a gentleman that I affectionately call Jim the Cabinet Man. Now, Jim the Cabinet Man lives north of St. Louis, and he was willing to come out where we live and do our cabinets for us. And Jim was just great. They say in life, nothing's perfect, but Jim really strives to be perfect. And besides making great cabinets, he's also kind of a wellspring of knowledge. He knows a lot about electrical. He knows a lot about plumbing. He knows a lot about engineering. And I think, I could probably talk to him about all these things all day if we let that happen. But one of the benefits to getting custom cabinets and why I'm so glad that we did this is everything is custom. So we can put the glass where we want it. And he did the frames and got the glass cut for us. We can get the cabinets in the dimensions we want. If you notice, these upper cabinets are just huge and tall and they're all one piece. I didn't have to piece together a couple different cabinets to try to get that look. And one thing that I really love is this upper corner cabinet that he made for us. And I think it's somewhat unusual. You don't see it, but it is huge. I have a young son, and we kind of joke that he could live in here if he wanted to. But Jim did a great job picking out the hardware. So they have like these soft close. Now I don't have everything adjusted perfectly yet, but these are soft close where they just kind of, close slowly, and you can adjust how quickly or slowly that those will shut. Obviously, we still got to get handles and knobs for everything, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for even touching that door, but it was just a pleasant experience. We could give the cabinet maker the dimensions for where we needed to put things and what appliances we had, and then they could kind of be custom made to fit those things. So that if you're thinking about getting cabinets, and honestly, for what you get, I don't think the price is that bad. We priced everything out, and to build something like this that wasn't going to look half as good wasn't too far off from what we ended up paying. So I know, and that's subject to fluctuation. Wood prices changed. What kind of quality wood you can get changes. So, but in our situation, it wasn't that hard of a choice to upgrade. Once we could see what we could get, and once we saw pictures of his work, it was kind of a no-brainer for us. Now, all the painting, my wife did, and I think she did a great job. She did way better than I can do. She used Sherwin-Williams paint, and she did it all herself. Jim kind of gave us some pointers on how to do it. But if you don't want to get into the painting end of it, Jim also has a guy he can recommend for painting, and I've seen his work too. It's also immaculate. So if you're thinking about getting cabinets and you don't know what to get, and you want something that's going to make a statement, but you don't want to be confined to what the options are that you're seeing at the big box stores or, you know, these outlet stores, whatever you want to call them. Custom cabinets are a good option. And if you want to know, if you want the information from my custom cabinet maker, you kind of live in the St. Louis area, I think he'll travel, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but probably he travels anywhere like 50, 60 miles away from there. But he said it's okay if I give out his information, and I highly recommend him. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll put maybe a link below in the comments, maybe even if he wants me to put those in there. But if not, if you reach out to me, I have no problem sharing that information. I highly recommend him. Like I said, he strives for perfection. He's got a lot of knowledge as far as hardware, as far as everything, installation. He also, he didn't have to do this, but he even took time. Like I was kind of struggling. I wanted to hang the cabinets by myself. I had somebody help me, and we didn't do a perfect job. I'm going to admit that. And I kind of wish maybe looking back, I would have used him instead, because I know he would have strove for perfection. And then also with hanging my doors, he took the time to come over one day and spend like half a day with me, teaching me what to do to hang the doors, to do it right, how to adjust them. So he was a really nice guy. It was a pleasant experience. So if you're thinking about getting cabinets, find somebody, you know, if you're not going to use my guy, which I know a lot of people that watch my videos are all over the world, find somebody that has a good reputation of doing good work and, you know, has good communication and will, you know, help you through some of the ups and downs of the installation process and other things. But with that, I'll just go do a little walk around one more time, just kind of show the cabinets. I'm not going to open every door. As you can see, that's where my dishwasher is supposed to go. My wife got the, I think you call these country sinks, and the stainless. Still don't have them all the way installed. I still got to do some caulking and some plumbing on those. But I love how it's turned out. I love the custom, you know, feel of it. I love the statement that it makes. Now, we're probably going to have to get a ladder. You know, I'm pretty tall, and I'm still going to need a ladder to get up in these top cabinets. But overall, I just absolutely love them. So with that, hope everyone has a good day, and I'll talk to everyone later.